history is full of firsts.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Many of those firsts shaped our way of life. For 70 years, KPRC Channel 2 has been proud to be pioneers in shaping television and Houston history.
In a state the size of Texas, I hope everyone can enjoy
Causing the storms Thursday.
Minutes before 9 o'clock, the crew's here telling them.
this is the first time in a long they had 11. Send us some of your pictures.
Isn't it good to work for a place that has a sense of history? And indeed it is.
See, taking the president from Spring to College Station following.
If you have something you'd like Channel 2 Investigates to check out, call the tip line at 713-223-TIPS or email investigates@click2houston.com. Channel 2 News begins right now with breaking news.
Breaking out for a high-speed chase that started in Waller County and ended in the Heights ends with 3 people now in custody.
The suspects are said to be armed robbers. We showed you this chase live on air and online, and it all ended in the area of 32nd Street in Maine. That is where Channel 2's Jonathan Martinez is live now with the latest. Jonathan?
Guys, that dangerous chase came to an end in a driveway just behind us here. As you take a look, several law enforcement officers are still out here, but not before the suspects led police across county lines. Now, taking a look overhead from Sky 2 as 3 people were taken into custody following the chase that started in Waller County near 290 and it ended here in Northwest Houston. According to police, the 3 people taken into custody are armed robbery suspects. Now, taking a look at the chase itself, again from Sky 2, we're told it all started around 2:30 this afternoon and went on for about a half an hour. From Sky 2, we followed the suspect vehicle as Houston police and DPS troopers were not far behind. Also, Pearland police we saw were involved. At black sedan weaving in and out of traffic, running red lights, going through residential streets along with the highway. That wasn't until they got here to East 32nd Street where that car finally pulled into a driveway and the trio inside were taken into custody. Back out here live on the ground, police are still out here at the scene investigating this chase. We're also still waiting to find out the specifics on what prompted this chase and more on why they were running. We're waiting for an update from law enforcement officials. Once we learn more information, we will certainly pass it along to you. For now, that is the very latest. We're reporting live from Northwest Houston. I'm Jonathan Martinez, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
Jonathan, thank you. Now to breaking news on a man found dead on a dead-end street near downtown Houston. This is on Keene Street near Brook Street. That's near the East and Gulf freeways. Police say they got a call about a man found dead under a blanket there. Homicide investigators will now look into what happened, but say there are no signs of foul play.
All right, we want to turn to our weather now. Let's just say it has not been a very pretty day.
Not the prettiest for sure, as well as chillier temperatures and the wind. That's quite a cocktail out there
I'll tell
today.
you, the wind is tough out there.
Yeah.
It's going to be windy till about midnight, and then it'll calm down a little bit, but it's still going to be pretty breezy even in tomorrow morning. So look out for that. Look at that Triangle Energy camera. There's your wind right there. 15, 14, 16 miles an hour. Temperatures upper 40s, right around 50. 50 in Sugar Land, an 18-mile-an-hour wind. In Galveston, a 26-mile mile-an-hour wind. But the rain is going to get out of here. We've had it this morning, as you know. It was a miserable commute. And then when these showers continue to move fairly quickly across the area, so I think by the time we get to 7 o'clock, we're in pretty good shape. So the next couple of hours, all of this moves out of here. We'll see that north wind clear things out. That sets up the stage for a cold one overnight. In fact, the wind is going to save us from getting too terribly cold, although I'm at 42 by 4 a.m. And look at this, 34 Cleveland and Livingston. Could see some frost up toward Huntsville and Conroe. 38 to 40 from Bush to downtown, 42 on the island. So get ready for a cold morning. Light rain is not out of here. Forget that. That's the wrong one. So we'll talk about the rain that is out of here and Mardi Gras coming up.
All right, sounds good, Frank. And of course, you at home, you can track the changes in temperatures 24/7, anywhere you go, anytime. Just download Frank's free forecast weather app. Just search KPRC in your app store.
Now to breaking news, a lockdown on all campuses at Royal ISD has been lifted. This is in Pattison and Waller County. DPS says all campuses were on lockdown because of a threat. DPS says the district was releasing students to their parents by taking them to a different location by bus. DPS also says all of the kids are good and no one is hurt. We are working to learn the nature of this threat. More breaking news as parents expressed their concern after Houston ISD announced a staff member was accused of inappropriate conduct with students. The staff member worked at Brookline Elementary in Southeast Houston. Channel 2 senior reporter Phil Archer is there live now with what parents have had to say about this. Phil.
Yeah, this seems to be a disturbing trend. Another HISD employee accused of inappropriate contact with children, this time here at Brookline Elementary. Some parents say they received an automated phone call from the school Wednesday, sharing essentially the same information released by HISD in a media statement today. It says in part, quote, allegations of inappropriate conduct with students have been made against a staff member at Brookline Elementary School. We took immediate action to remove the employee from the campus pending an administrative and police investigation. Nicholas Gombo, whose 8-year-old son attends the school, says he needs more information.
We need to know who that person is, and we need to know how long this has been going on and why didn't they stop this before.
And Adriana Sanchez, mother of 3, says she never got a call but heard about the allegations on Facebook.
It's kind of hard to believe, but it's scary because nobody said anything to us, you know, and I even like a letter home in the folder, I mean, that would have been a heads up.
The Facebook post she and other parents referred us to identifies the employee, but neither police or the school district is confirming that. This latest allegation brings the number of HISD employees recently accused of inappropriate contact with children to 4. The 3 initial cases involving 3 former teachers who taught at Cunningham, Cashmere Gardens, and Foster elementary schools. As for more details on the newest allegation here at Brookline, an HISD official telling us this afternoon that so far no charges have been filed in this case and that all 4 of those cases are currently under review by the school district. Reporting live in Southeast Houston, I'm Phil Archer, KPRC Channel 2 News.
Phil, thank you for the update. New body cam video released today of the tense moments when Harris County Precinct 4 and an off-duty HPD commander went after a man armed with a knife before shooting him. We are now learning more about that suspect and what led up to the shooting. Channel 2's Robert Arnold is live in Spring, where this all happened less than 24 hours ago. Robert?
The man charged in all of this is Donovan Hart. He's 36 years old, and we're getting a little more information now about what precipitated this confrontation between Hart and Precinct 4 deputy constables. An employee at this Popeyes tells us that Hart was inside the restaurant drinking what looked to be a beer before stepping outside and smoking a cigarette. That employee tells us the manager then went over to Hart and said, hey, can you please move away from the door? The smoke is filtering inside. The employee tells us Hart became belligerent at that point, started advancing towards the manager, even reaching into his waistband. So that employee immediately dialed 911. Deputy constables got out here quickly, and video just released by the Precinct 4 Constable's office paints the rest of this picture. Donovan Hart, knife in hand, ran from Precinct 4 deputy constables into this LA Fitness where an off-duty HPD commander was working out. That commander immediately jumped into action. Everybody out now! Hart doesn't stop and runs outside. More deputies order him to stop. He keeps going. Constable Mark Herman says deputies even tried to tase him but missed. Hart keeps running. When the off-duty commander and deputy constables surround Hart, he puts one arm over his face and charges at a deputy who opens fire. Even though he's hit with gunfire, Hart manages to knock the constable's deputy to the ground. That deputy broke his wrist and is now facing surgery. Hart survived the shooting and remains in intensive care. Hart is also now charged with aggravated assault on a public servant and evading arrest. County court records show this is far from the 36-year-old's first time facing legal trouble. Those court records show he has already faced numerous charges for assault, trespassing, criminal mischief, and other evading arrest charges. Reporting live from Spring, Robert Arnold, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
Robert, thank you. New at 4, a deadly house fire south of Cleveland. Firefighters say they found a father, Manuel Rodriguez, dead after flames destroyed his home on County Road 3293 this morning. Investigators say a fire developed in the chimney of the home, then quickly spread, trapping Rodriguez, who was disabled, in a back room. Putting out the fire was no easy feat. The roof of the home collapsed on a group of firefighters, trapping them inside. The fire chief says they had to call in backup for help.
Upon East Montgomery County's arrival, they went in and searched for our guys, and once they were located, they were able to restore communications, and everyone was accounted for.
We are told Rodriguez's son tried to save him but couldn't reach him in time.
Police are searching for a man accused of sexually assaulting a 4-year-old girl in southwest Houston. Detectives released a sketch of the suspect behind the attack last month at an apartment complex off Harwin near South Gessner. Investigators say the suspect walked up to the girl and sexually assaulted her as she was playing outside. Our Bill Barajas will have a live report at 5 o'clock on the concern from those living at that apartment complex.
The Harris County Sheriff's Office says it needs your help to crack a murder case it's been trying to solve since August of 2018. That is when deputies found the body of 27-year-old Frederick Kennedy Jr. We're told that he was lying in a common area of an apartment complex on Greenhouse Road near Keith Harrow in northwest Harris County. Investigators say that he was shot multiple times. This is new surveillance video from the night of the murder. It shows 3 different vehicles leaving the complex right after the shooting. Call the Harris County Sheriff's Office if you have any information regarding this crime.
The former president of Texas Southern University says he's moving on. This comes after a tense Board of Regents meeting this morning. It was the first since Dr. Austin Lane was fired. Dr. Lane and university officials went on to mediation on Monday. At the end, both sides came to an agreement. During today's meeting, the board voted to accept the confidential mediation proposal. Lane's supporters are blaming this debacle on the board.
And they have embarrassed the university, and so they need to be removed. We want Dr. Lane reinstated.
Dr. Lane is accused of failing to report an admissions fraud scheme and trying to hide excessive entertainment expenses. Lane says he's innocent. In a letter to faculty and staff, Lane writes in part that he and his wife are moving on with our heads held high, knowing we did our best and that it's confirmed and on record that we did nothing wrong. The aftermath of a tense debate in the race for the White House.
Still to come, the reaction to the Democrats' showdown in Las Vegas ahead of the Nevada caucuses.
And the major drug bust that led to dozens of people ending up behind bars.
And 10 minutes after 4 o'clock, we know it's kind of messy out there. Let's see if how the roads are shaping up. Not too bad. If you're heading north to the Woodlands on the North Freeway, it's going to take you about 33 minutes from downtown Houston. A little slower if you're heading west towards Katy on the Katy Freeway, just under 40 minutes. And 16 minutes on 288 down to Pearland from downtown. And also, we want to let you know about our new traffic page at clicktohouston.com. It's called What's Driving Houston. It includes real-time maps to help you plan your commute, as well as answers to questions you may have about traffic and transportation in our area. You can visit our page by going to clicktohouston.com/traffic. Friday morning.
You're watching Channel 2, Houston's home for news.
A major drug bust in Colorado.
Federal agents have rounded up millions of dollars in drugs and indicted 30 people involved in this drug ring, or involved rather. In total, agents seized about 400 pounds of meth, 15,000 fentanyl pills, 5 pounds of heroin, and 4 pounds of cocaine. 25 people have been arrested on drug trafficking charges in this case, and 5 others remain at large, including 4 in Mexico.
A snowy day for parts of the Carolinas. This is video of snow falling in Asheville, North Carolina. Earlier today, there was also sleet and rain falling in other parts of the state. The winter weather led to schools closing or starting late today. And, you know, Asheville's in the mountains, so
it is in the mountains.
Yeah, so but if they had to close schools, it must be pretty heavy.
You know, the whole state was under a snow threat.
Yeah.
From Charlotte to Raleigh and up toward, even toward the Virginias. And the models have been all over the place, from nothing to 12 inches. So it's going to be interesting to see how this works out.
Yeah, they're not used to it. I mean, the mountains they're used to it, but, you know.
Everywhere else, it's just like here, it's a mess.
Yeah.
Hey, it's National Love Your Pet Day.
That's right.
I know.
We love that every day, though.
We love.
Yeah, well, sometimes we love our moms every day, too. It's not Mother's Day.
That's right. Of course.
True.
Okay, this is Marianne with Taylor.
Oh, look at the sweet face.
What a picture.
So a dog and a cat. This is Porter and his mom.
That's a big kitty.
I was going to say, that's a healthy cat.
Yes. And there's Patches and Buddy, a dog.
They're all so cute. Thank you for sharing.
We can't all get along.
I'll show you every newscast. Talk about our pets. We love them around here. Wind advisories, if you're down at the coast, that's not a surprise. It's tough, even in parts of eastern Harris County until 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. So it's going to be breezy even into the overnight. Gale warnings offshore for boater interest until 6 in the morning. In the meantime, the rains across Houston really have more or less gotten out of here. We still have a chance to see a little light rain as we go into this evening. We haven't seen a lot, half an inch to an inch, basically north of I-10, especially up around Huntsville, and then a quarter to a half an inch just south of I-10. So it has not been a big rainmaker, but it's been a pretty drizzleable day, hasn't it? Triangle Energy Camera, there's the look at downtown. 50 degrees, north-northeast winds at 15 right now. Galveston is still on the gray side, but it looks like the rain has stopped for now, but it's windy. Look at the flags. Here you go. That tells you right there, it's breezy stuff, 51 with a sustained wind north at 26. So these temperatures in the upper 40s to 50 degrees feel even colder because of that wind, as you can imagine. So the wind chill's pretty strong. 20 miles an hour, 20 in Katy right now, 15, 14, 20 in Angleton, 12 back toward College Station, and the wind gust to 20, 23, 28, 35 in Galveston. Too many numbers, isn't it? Futurecast for temperatures looks like this. As we go into 7 o'clock, we'll see 48, 49. And then we go slowly down through the 40s to an overnight number, and the mid-30s to the north, 38 to, may say, 39, 40 degrees around town, and then down around 42, 44 on the island. So it's going to be a chilly one to wake up to. And it stays cold under bright blue, sunny skies all day long tomorrow, but it's going to be a cold, bright blue, sunny sky with high temperatures right there around 54 degrees at best. So don't look for a whole lot of warm-up because this north wind is going to continue. There's a wider look at what rain we have right now. You see the Futurecast, and I put that in there so you can see the clearing line. That clearing line continues to pull right on in here. As we get toward really as early as 7 o'clock, we start to see some clear skies north, and then look how that all continues to pull on in here. So it's going to be a nice day tomorrow into the weekend through Friday. Chilly clearing skies, this high-end control, which starts to turn our winds a little more out of the south and southeast on Saturday. So a slow warm-up Saturday into Sunday. Here's the next front. That's a bit of a weather maker, but not much. 30% chance for a shower, and that's about it. And then it gets out of here so that we see a bigger front in terms of cold weather coming in. I don't think we're seeing rain with it, but a cold, dry front for Wednesday of next week. So this is the way it's going to shape up. From 54 tomorrow to 68 on Sunday, 70 on Monday, and then look, we drop right on back down into the 50s with that second front. So look for a fairly nice one, I think, as we go into tomorrow. In the meantime, your power planner looks like this, 38 to 54 degrees. It's going to be a chilly one as we go into the next couple of hours. It's going to really, I think, wind down to 38, 54, 60 on Saturday, 68 on Sunday, 30% chance of a shower with the first front on Monday. Fat Tuesday looks good, and then Wednesday, that's the next front. And look how it cools us down right down into the 50s to around 40. We could even see some 30s as we get into next week. So February's trying to be February. I'm not sure it's going to have a lot of success, but a couple of cold nights.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Some variety there for sure.
There you go.
I'm just glad to see the weekend shaping up the way that it is.
It's
for the
going to be
parade.
perfect for Mardi Gras. Yeah.
Love it. All right, Frank, thank you. All right, still to come here on Channel 2 News at 4. Which city in our area has been ranked among the worst when it comes to binge drinking?
And how a woman's weight before she becomes pregnant can affect her child's health.
NBC Tonight.
In health headlines, a mother's weight before pregnancy could affect her child's behavior.
Researchers from the National Institutes of Health discovered the connection. They studied nearly 2,000 kids for 8 years. Children whose mothers were obese before they became pregnant were twice as likely to be diagnosed with ADHD. This is compared to children whose mothers were of normal weight. However, scientists say that more research is needed here. In a new study about binge drinking in the U.S., League City made its list of the cities with the worst drinking problems.
Yeah, the website Car Insurance 101 used data from the CDC and the U.S. Census Bureau to do the math. And in their study of small cities, League City was ranked 13 out of 15 with 20.8% of the population there classified as binge drinkers. In the complete study results, Houston ranked 232nd out of 305 with 16.2%.
Aerobics can help fight in the fight against Alzheimer's. A study at the University of Wisconsin found aerobic exercise increases functions in the brain that are normally impaired by the disease. This especially applies to people who are at risk of developing Alzheimer's. The study followed late to middle-age adults who were either genetically predisposed to Alzheimer's or had a family history of the disease.
Coming up, the new subscription service Nissan is testing out right here in Houston and how it works.
And getting another check at your traffic times, 423 on this drizzly afternoon. If you're heading up to the Woodlands on the North Freeway, it's looking at just about 35 minutes from downtown Houston. If you're heading out to LaPorte on 225, you're looking at 16 minutes and 45 minutes if you're heading west towards Katy on the Katy Freeway.
Warehouse sale.
Coffee and donuts, a pretty perfect combination, but what about those who just can't stand the taste? Dunkin' coming up with a solution by adding the perfect coffee alternative to the menu. This time next week, you can grab a matcha latte for a little pick-me-up. It can be served hot, iced, or frozen. If you're not familiar with matcha, it's young green tea, but instead of being steeped, it's ground into a fine powder and mixed in with water and milk.
Sounds intriguing.
There you have it. All right, Nissan testing out a new service, and it's only available here in Houston.
Yeah, the company launched its on-demand driving through a subscription service called Nissan Switch. Those who buy into the service will be able to switch vehicles as often as they like, even every day if they want. There are two tiers, the $699 a month select plan and the $899 a month premium plan. Each offer different vehicles to choose from. And this is what you get. Obviously, the car of choice, you get delivery, they will clean it for you, insurance, roadside assistance, and regular maintenance. Nissan says it wants to give drivers more choice and convenience without the long-term contractual commitment. All right, if you're looking to catch some beads this carnival season, look no further than Galveston.
Yeah, coming up, we've got a closer look at the floats in this weekend's Mardi Gras parades.
And forget about chicken and waffles. KFC has another sweet treat in mind. Ahead, details on the new donut sandwich that's being released for just a limited time.